Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm sharing one of the most extraordinary miracles in the Bible, the day God made the sun stand still for Joshua. This story will remind you that no situation is too impossible for God. Let's begin. Joshua had just made a peace treaty with the Gibeonites. But 5 powerful kings, angry, united, and determined, marched to destroy them. The Gibeonites sent an urgent message to Joshua. "Come quickly. We are about to be wiped out." Without hesitation, Joshua gathered his warriors and marched all night from Gilgal. Imagine the exhaustion. Imagine the fear. They were outnumbered, tired, and facing the combined armies of 5 kings. A battle like this should have been hopeless, but God had already promised Joshua, "Do not be afraid. I have delivered them into your hands." Just as the sun rose, Joshua's army surprised the enemy. But before Joshua even lifted his sword, God himself entered the battle. The Bible says a violent, supernatural hailstorm fell from the sky, striking the enemy with divine accuracy. More soldiers died from God's hailstones than from Israel's swords. This was no accident. This was God showing Joshua, "You are not fighting alone." But as the battle raged, Joshua realized something terrifying. The sun was beginning to set, and in ancient warfare, darkness meant escape. If night fell, the enemy would scatter into the hills, regroup, and return stronger. Victory required more time, and Joshua didn't have it. So he did something no one had ever done. He climbed a hill, lifted his hands toward heaven, and prayed a prayer so bold that even angels must have paused to listen. Joshua cried out before all Israel, "Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and moon, stay in the valley of Aijalon." This wasn't poetry. This wasn't a metaphor. Joshua literally asked God to stop the movement of the heavens. And then, the impossible happened. The sun froze in the sky. Time stopped. Shadows no longer moved. Daylight stretched miraculously across the battlefield. The world stood still because a servant of God prayed with fearless faith. The Bible says, "There has never been a day like it before or since, a day when the Lord listened to a human voice." With the sun suspended above them, the Israelites completed their victory. 5 enemy kings were defeated. An entire nation saw with their own eyes that God rules both heaven and earth, and Joshua's bold prayer became a symbol of faith that shakes the impossible. But this story isn't just about ancient warfare. It's about your life. It's about the battles you face, the ones that seem too big, too heavy, too late. Maybe you've been fighting in your own strength, feeling like time is running out, like the sun is setting on your hope. Joshua teaches us something powerful. When you don't have enough strength, when you don't have enough time, when the situation is bigger than you, God is still bigger than the situation. Joshua didn't pray a small prayer. He didn't ask for a little help. He asked for the impossible, and God honored his courage. If God can stop the sun, he can open a door that looks permanently closed. He can restore what feels lost. He can heal what seems broken. He can turn your battle into victory. So pray boldly, ask bravely, believe fearlessly, because the God who held the universe in place still listens to the cries of his children today. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Your encouragement helps us bring more faith-building stories to the world. God bless you, and see you in the next video.